Hello, my name's Dan Travis. Just like to thank you very much for clicking on this link, and I want to go straight into looking at what this report that I'm offering you, this free report, consists of. I want to be looking at your impact online this year, where you sit online, how many people can see you, how visible you are, what the competition's like for the products and services that you're offering, and really looking at so it's a snapshot of where you are now, but also suggesting to you, where you could be. What have you missed? What applications could you be using to boost your visibility online and obtain more traffic, more customers, and really start building your audience? Finally, I'm going to suggest a strategy for doing this, for actually putting this into practice and implementing it. So, the internet's full of good advice at the moment, and I'm sure you're familiar and have been approached by SEO companies, for example, offering to get you top of Google for various phrases and keywords and doing that for you. Some of that works. It's fairly hit and miss at the moment, in my opinion. But yeah, it's good advice is ubiquitous. Now, they can only give you advice based on their example and their experience. And I don't think that you can really understand someone's online challenge in business by just simply putting across your case. That might work, they might be right, but they can't understand your challenge, and what they are suggesting you do may be right, but it can only be an educated guess. It's better to see directly what it is that you're doing online. Why? And I think this is the most important point, because if they're just speaking from their example and their experience without looking at what you're doing, they're going to miss the unique opportunities that you've got as a business, and like the hidden gems and little kind of potential gold mines that you've got that only really an outside eye can see. Now, I've only got 20 of these reports available. I spent several hours building these. That's a total of like 80 man hours, right? Which is really the equivalent over, let me see, 4 hours. Yeah, that works out. So that's 2 days we're going to get to these reports. So we're going to get 20 of them knocked out in the next 48 hours, we hope. So that's really the reason why I've only got 20 available, is that's the amount of time I've got. And it's going to be done on a first come, first served basis. I think there's some good information online, and some of this information is free, right? I use information all the time, and it can be really good, and it certainly helped boost my profit margins, also helped me really disseminate some good information to my clients. But they can't really know your individual business without looking at it in any detail, which is what I'm offering to do for you in the report. The other point is, the other big but, is that detailed experts cost big money, right? We don't come cheap, and it's for that reason that your report is something that or this free report is something that you should look at very seriously. We're going to look at where you sit online, and how far up the search engines you are, how well you're using the applications, be it LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, etc. So how visible are you? Yourself, your products, and your services, and what is your current online impact? How much punch do you pack? And also, what is it that you can do today to improve your impact and your visibility? So we're looking at assessing that visibility, your impact online, as I've said, giving you clear instructions as to what you can do right now. But also, and this is really important, I'm going to tell you the truth, right? I pride myself on that. If it's not going to work for you online, I'm going to say it's not going to work for you online, right? That doesn't mean your business is going to work, it's going to be a failure. But if I think that really taking advantage of these free applications isn't going to be of any advantage for you, and you'd be wasting your time, that's the first thing I'm going to tell you. But I will also be suggesting to you a strategy that you can use and start implementing from day one of receiving this report, which I'm going to deliver in 24 hours. Okay, that's going to hurt. That's going to put me under a time pressure, but it will be with you. And I'm going to give you priority status for any work. So if you do put this report in, it's going to be delivered in 24 hours. So you'd expect it to be priority. Give you priority status for any work we think you should be doing. Now, it's going to go directly in what you need to know, not just where you're at, and you need an outside perspective on your business to make it work. Your competitors are starting to do this right now. Okay, that's a really important point. In fact, I'm going to go back to that. I'm sorry about that. Your competitors are starting to do this now, and I guarantee they are. Not all of them, and then they may not be doing it very well, but the time is to start to get worried that if you are not performing online, your competitors are, and particularly with certain of the applications at the moment. We've been testing this process every day, every week, every month, and here's a list of various companies and individuals, a type of companies and individuals I've been working with. Here they all are. There you go. You can read that list at your leisure, but that's the kind of variety of people and company that we've been dealing with, producing free reports for you fairly regularly. Now, at this stage, I'd say I'll give you a guarantee that if you spend your £500-600, £5,000 with us or whatever it was, that I'm going to give you a guarantee, so that if it doesn't work for you, doesn't generate you 20 grand in profits, I'll give you your money back. But I don't need to give a guarantee because it's free already with no obligations at all. But there's a warning just before I ask you to sign up. You do need to know where you stand online. I really can't emphasize that enough. It's very important, and playing with website design and branding it's simply no longer enough, and it can be a massive distraction. If you read my report last month on the website warning, I implore you to stop just dabbling with website and design and having endless meetings about it, and let's start getting on with something far more serious, because the competition is doing the same, and if they haven't already done so, they will be doing it. Okay, even if they're not, you should be using these applications anyway, and making sure that they're really working for you, because maybe we shouldn't be too concerned about the competition. That's certainly advice that I've been receiving lately, but it's the kind of competition that's going to squeeze you out, right? Almost by like this dead hand, their presence online. They're going to be there, and you won't get a look in. It's going to be much tougher if you're not in there, say in the first 3 or 4. Be it Google or Facebook pages. You're going to get squeezed out, however badly they're doing it, right? There's just not going to be enough room, and it's still early stages to really make the social networking applications work for you. For example, we're still at a fairly early stage. Google Places is a bit further down the line. LinkedIn, well, it's slightly harder to tell, but there's still time to act. I want you to fill out the details on the form below. This is the action I want you to take. The more information on different fields, the better. This will give you a better report. I've been fairly thorough in what I'm asking you to come up with. So if we're going to spend the time together getting this report done and me giving it back to you, you're going to get a much better quality report if you fill out each field. You're just really helping us out on that front. Now, there's something else here. When I ask, do you have a list? I want to know whether it's an email list, a Facebook list, or LinkedIn, and roughly how many people are on that list. So with Facebook, it's how many connections do you have? That I would count as a list. Facebook friends, LinkedIn connections, and how many are on there. but also you'll probably have, or I hope you have, an email list of contacts, so we can look at that together. The form itself is here, so I want you to complete these fields. There's the form, and I want you to click there on that link below, and that's going to be able to take you straight to the form itself. So thank you very much for your time. I really am looking forward to working with you. Please fill out the form as quickly as possible. I'm going to be shutting it down as soon as I have 20, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.